Again, congratulations guys, we are moving to the second half of this course. We're moving to the speaking section. And the speaking section is often considered as the hardest section of the TOEFL for most of the students. Why? Of course, because for a lot of people, speaking is the hardest part, right? So they learn grammar, they know how to read, they know how to listen, but when it comes to speak, there is something harder about it. And the second reason why the speaking section is considered the hardest one is because of crazy time pressure. It's going to be very, very limited in terms of time. For example, you only have 45 seconds to answer one specific question, and you need to say an introduction, a conclusion, 3 reasons, and prove them then, like include details, examples, support your explanation, and you need to do all of it within 45 seconds. And also you only had like 15 seconds of preparation, so it's crazy in terms of time. So for a lot of people who just start to get to know the speaking section, it might seem very crazy. It might seem very dismotivating. But guess what? You made a very smart decision to take this course, because we're going to make your life very easy together. First of all, in terms of the first problem, in terms of speaking problem, I will give you the exact cliches, so the exact phrases that you will learn just once by heart, and then it will make your life easy, because it is going to be half of your answer. It's already memorized in your head before you even went to the test. So with the first problem, I will give you the exact structure and the exact words that you need to say with each of the speaking tasks. And then with the second problem, with a crazy time limit, again, I will make your life very easy, because I will give you a second-by-second plan with very exact phrases that you need to say, so that it will become very easy for you. Because we will practice on time, and we will learn on which second you need to say what, so that you shouldn't have a problem with time budgeting, because you already will know all your scripts second by second before you will go to the test. Okay, so don't worry about the speaking section. I know at first it might be very frightening and terrifying, but it's not like that, because I will give you all the tools that will help you to improve your score dramatically and just be easy with all the questions that you might have, okay? So let's have a look at how the section is structured. You will have 6 speaking tasks. They're all different, so we're going to cover each one of them. The first and second one is answer a question. So you will just have a question and you need to answer it. Simple as that. A question, you need to answer. The question will be about a familiar topic, about something that you know well, like what's your favorite book, or which do you prefer, like this or that option from a daily life. So you will have just 15 seconds to prepare. I know that's crazy, but I will teach you how to use that preparation time and how to make your life easy. And then you have 45 seconds to speak. You only have 45 seconds to answer that question fully. So it has to have an introduction, a conclusion, and in between you have to have 2 reasons or 2 arguments with some details. So it has to be a well-developed answer, and I will show you how to do it. Then we have the third and the fourth task, and it has a lot of things you need to do before you start to speak. So you first, before you even start doing anything, you need to read a text. So you're reading a small text. Then after you read this text, you need to listen to a listening passage. So for example, a dialogue or a lecture. And then after it, you have some preparation time, and then you need to tell us what happened. You need to talk about the reading and the listening. You need to retell us, summarize it, what happened in reading and listening. So it's not about you answering a question, it's about you telling the test makers what you read and what you listened to. Okay, so you will have 45 seconds to read the text. After you read the text, you will have to listen to a listening passage for some time. Then you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response, and then you will have 60 seconds to speak. Okay, so you need to read, then listen, and then to speak. Okay, so the 5th and the 6th speaking task are not going to have the reading part. They're only going to have the listening part and the speaking part. So you're listening to a dialogue or to a lecture, and then you have some preparation time, and then you tell us what happened in this listening passage. So you will have to listen, then you will have 20 seconds to prepare, and then you will have 60 seconds to speak. Okay, so this is what you will have in the speaking section. 6 tasks. The first 2 are answer the question, the second 2 read, listen, and speak, and the third 2 listen and speak. Okay, so I created a little table for you to discuss these question types in detail, but do not feel pressure to memorize everything, because we will cover all of these questions in very much detail in the next lecture. So here is just for to become familiar with what's going on. It's nothing to memorize yet. It's just for you to get familiar with what to expect. So the first 2 questions, there is no reading, there is no listening, so there is no time for reading. You'll have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. The topic is your daily life, so it's something that is familiar to you, like favorite books, movies, what would you do in this local community situation, something like that. And then, of course, it asks mainly for your opinion. So the 3rd and the 4th question, you will have a reading, you will have a listening, you will have 45 seconds to read the passage, and then you will have 30 seconds to prepare, after which you will have 60 seconds to speak. The 3rd question is a student discussion. So you will have 2 students discussing something, and then you just need to tell us what happened. So there's no your opinion, you just need to tell us what you heard and listen. You just need to tell us what you read and what you heard. The 4th question is an academic lecture. So there will be a professor telling you something, and this will be connected to the reading passage that you read. And so again, it doesn't ask you for your opinion. You just need to tell us what you read and what you heard. And so in the 5th and 6th question, there is no reading, there is a listening. You will have 20 seconds to prepare your response after your listening is finished. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak. And again, the 5th question is a student discussion. So the 3rd and the 5th questions are student discussions. And here, an interesting thing is you will need to also say your opinion. So you not only need to tell us what happened, but you also need to tell what do you think. So out of this last 4 questions, this is the only one which requires your opinion. So the last question, the 6th question, is an academic lecture, and they're not asking for your opinion, you just need to tell us what happened in the lecture. Okay, so in order to do it a little bit easier for you, I did this little slide. So the 1st and 2nd speaking is speak, 50 seconds to prepare, 45 seconds to speak. 3rd and 4th, read plus listen plus speak, 30 seconds to prepare, 60 to speak. 5th and 6th, listen plus speak, 20 seconds to prepare, 60 seconds to speak. So this is an overview of what you will have in the speaking section, what kind of 6 tasks will be there. And of course, in the next lectures, we will be talking about each one of them so that you have specific tools for everyone and that you have complete confidence that you're going to nail the speaking section. Thanks for